Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to my Instagram Live. How's your week going? Hope all is progressing well. Have you been outside yet? Got some fresh air? Looked at the sun? Not that it's kind of very visible here in the West Country. You're welcome to join me here in my bedroom. I'm in my bedroom because we are talking beauty. And I'm going to introduce you to a new discovery for me. This is a fab British independent beauty brand, started on a farm right up my street, and we're going to be joined by the founder, Paul Kelsey, and it's impressive. Actually, it's got some really interesting botanical ingredients. Can't wait to talk about it. And in particular, one of the reasons that I really have enjoyed trialing it is it's very good for more mature skin. Hands up on that one. Especially quite dry skin. It's got some really interesting moisturising, plumping botanicals. So, are you enjoying your raspberries at the moment? There's a reason I ask that question. I'm loving the raspberries. Oh my gosh. Any kind of berries, actually. We know that berries are full of anthocyanins, all those dark polyphenol pigments, so blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, all of that. Great for the skin, but it would seem not only just when we eat them, but also topically. So nice to see you all. Thank you very much. Thank you for your lovely comments. I'm just going to grab Lainey. So Lainey is from my team. She's going to be added here as a moderator. So if you have any questions about Earle Wellbeing or about the podcasts, your magazine subscriptions, where to find articles on the website, then all of those things, then Lainey is your woman to go to. And now, so you've been added, my lovely. And now let's see. Very nice to see you. Yeah, so if you've got skincare questions, pop them below. Thank you. Nice comments on my hair. I've been using, what did I use this morning? I washed it with Percy and Reed, actually. Yeah. I'm going away this weekend, so I'm taking their little mini sizes with me, the travel sizes. So really so fantastic for travel, if you're heading away just for a long weekend, because you can get the little mini cans of mousse and all that stuff. And of course, there's a Liz Loves on Percy and Reed. So I was using their strengthening shampoo and conditioner and the mousse. That's what I used. Anyway, let us see. Okay, Paul, I can't see at the moment. You have to request to join me. You haven't popped up here just yet, so hopefully you will. So I want to show you actually not just the products but the beautiful packaging. I am a sucker for a nice box. I don't know about you, but I do love rather beautiful botanical illustrations. You can see actually probably my bedroom behind me, you can see I've got botanical pictures on the wall and my botanical headboard. But look at that, isn't that so pretty? This is called Mother of Masks, and look, you've got the little raspberry there, but it's just so pretty. So this is the mask. This one here says Morn to Eve Global Protection Concentrate. Wow, look at that. Cute, like a little door that you can walk through. Then we've got 3 Moons Brightening Concentrate. Lily would like that. She's really into all her kind of astral stuff. She knows exactly what the phase of the moon is and what it's doing and what it means and all of that. But look at that. Really pretty. So this is a British brand. This is also a nice one. This is called Overnight Sleeping Balm. This is actually the first one that I used. And I like the rather smart jars as well. This is, it's really rich, but it's not sticky. So I was using some on my hands actually earlier. And it smells just really kind of gentle and light. Here we go. I've had some more requests. So hopefully, Paul, there you go. I think Paul will be talking to us from Kent, but let's check that out. And we're going to be talking about plant oils, which, as you know, is right up my alley. Hello.
Hello. Lovely to meet you.
Are you in Kent?
I am sitting in my office in sunny East Kent.
Right.
It's actually not quite so sunny, but yes, I am here.
I was going to say, how come you've got the sun down there and we haven't got it in the West Country? That's not right.
No, I'm probably more optimistic.
Now, tell me, you are on a farm, is that right? I mean, what's the story behind Kelsey Skincare? Because I have to say, a farmer, with all due respect, bloke, producing amazing skincare for more mature women, that's not a kind of a normal journey, is it?
Most probably not, no. So I'm 4th generation to farm where we are.
Nice.
And we've grown a range of different crops, but I've concentrated on growing soft fruits, which is raspberries, mainly raspberries, and a few strawberries. And what I noticed was that by default, because you've got a perishable product, we create a fair bit of waste. So I think World Wildlife Fund and Tesco did a survey last year in 2022 that reckons there was about 3 million tons of on-farm food waste. So that's food that never, ever makes it onto the shelf of a shop.
Really?
And so I was looking at this and many years ago thinking, well, we must be able to find a use for our waste. That went off to be pureed, so that's fine. And then I came across raspberry seed oil and I thought, hold on a minute, I've got raspberries, puree, raspberry seed waste, oil. There's an obvious sort of journey to follow.
Yeah.
So that's where it all started from, encouraged by my wife and 2 daughters who thought it was a jolly good idea.
Excellent.
And so off I went, and it's been an interesting journey.
So talk to us about raspberry seed oil, because my very first book was all about oils, vital oils, 30 years ago. But raspberry seed oil was not on my radar. This is a new one for me. Why is it so good for the skin?
Oh, it's an amazing powerhouse. So raspberry seed oil is full of omega-3, 6, vitamin A, vitamin E. It's got a natural anti-inflammatory, antibacterial properties, and it's a light oil.
Yeah.
So and it's light to use anyway. It doesn't clog up the pores, and it's packed with all these amazing benefits that we can use for the skin. So that's where we started, and then while I was looking at the oil, I thought, well, what else of the plant can we possibly use? And we looked at the leaf, full of polyphenols. We've looked.
Some people drink raspberry leaf tea, don't they? I remember when I was pregnant, I was recommended to drink raspberry leaf tea.
Yeah. I'm sure putting it on your face is not a problem.
Polyphenols.
So polyphenols are very good, and also the puree. So we looked at the puree and the extract of the puree, which again is full of AHAs, alpha-hydroxy acids.
Fruit acids, absolutely, of course. And you have the fruit.
We have the fruit.
That is just amazing. So all of this is grown on your farm in Kent. So it's a totally British botanical.
Yeah.
And you're doing this alongside your natural raspberry picking for
absolutely. So we're basically growing fruit for ostensibly supermarkets, and anything that doesn't make the grade because of shape, size, colour, whatever it might be, then gets sent away to be pureed.
Amazing.
We then we don't yet produce our own oil. So it's an English oil, but we don't do it yet. Okay. We will do it at some point.
Yeah.
And
I love your packaging. Oh, by the way, we do have a very generous 15% off with Liz Love. So
good. That's an absolute pleasure.
Really.
Absolute pleasure.
And I've already seen actually on the comments here so many people saying, "Oh my gosh, I love Kelsey products. I've used them," which is nice because this was a new one for me.
Yeah.
Because presumably, are you in shops or are you just online?
We're online. We are literally just about to go into Phoenix.
Nice. I like
next month. And we're with Wolf and Badger and some other some online beauty retailers. Yeah. So that's an area we're really trying to work on now. Yeah. And it's been a journey.
So tricky, as somebody who's worked in that space.
Yeah. But
if you can own your own journey online, it's or at least make that the sort of the strength of your business. That would always be.
I think that what I've noticed, the challenge from that aspect as a new brand is to get the credibility, to get the traction that you need. Sure. People to go, yeah, actually, I know what you're doing, I understand what you're doing, and to engage with us.
Yeah, because when you're in a shop, you can see it and you can try it, can't
you? Absolutely.
Hopefully my community here kind of rely on me showing it and saying, actually, it's a Liz Loves. And I'll just say this again, because I've said this before. Lots of people approach us to be a Liz Loves. Very few actually get through because it's my name and I have to genuinely love it. And if I don't love it, I'm really sorry. It can't be a kind of Liz quite likes this. It's got to be a Liz Loves. And this is genuinely. Now, I mentioned earlier, this is actually where I started, the overnight sleeping balm, which is kind of this really wonderful night cream. Super rich, but not sticky. It smells really nice. It's very delicate because I don't like things on my face at night that have too much of an overpowering smell. Am I right in kind of using this as a night cream?
Absolutely. I mean, I use it. It's an amazing, it's a beautiful smell. As you say, it's very, very rich. I use all the products.
Very rich.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need a lot. And I think that's what we try to do with our formulations is to really make them generous in their efficacy. So you don't need to lather it all over. You'll still get a beautiful, soft skin in the morning, really hydrating.
And it smells just natural and botanical and clean. It doesn't smell.
It's got orange blossom as the background.
In the rosy, love it.
No. And it's so hydrating and so dreamy, and because it's got lavender extract, which has been clinically proven to help the skin mimic the circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
So if you're not getting enough sleep, out late or waking up early because the sun's come through the curtains, then this will help your skin to actually weather the fact it's not getting its 8 hours or whatever it is that your skin's not getting.
Is a godsend.
It's
I
amazing.
put it on my pillow every night. I travel with it.
One of the other ingredients within all the formulations is we go back to the raspberry seed oil, which was, if you like, the nugget where it all started from. And one of the key things that we've done is we found a scientist / ingredient supplier to the cosmetic industry in Italy, and they were working with vegetable oils, and they were putting the oils through a process called enzymatic activation. So it's a natural internal process that happens in the seed, because the seeds, they store their energy in oil. That's the most efficient way seeds can store energy in oil. And when they want that energy, they send that oil through an enzymatic activation process, and in essence that breaks the oil molecule, which is a triglyceride, down into smaller molecules and fatty acids, which has been shown to be 50% more absorbable on the skin, and then measured with elasticity of the skin up by about 46%, and softness by about 34%. So you're
doing that, what the plant would normally do, that process of enzyme reaction, you're actually having that done to the oil so that it's already more bioavailable, if you like, for the skin.
Absolutely. And so if you like, it really turbocharges the ingredients. And what's rather fun about this is that, as far as I'm aware, we are the only people in the world to actually have this technology.
Really? Oh, a global first. Love that. Congratulations. What is this? Morn to Eve Global Protection.
So the Morn to Eve, that's our global, we've called it a global protection. It's really it's almost like a moisturizer. But it's not. It's a serum. So I use this every morning after shaving. So So after shaving, I cleanse with our Luminous Glow, and then I use that Morn to Eve. So that's got 14 hydrating products within the formulation, including hyaluronic acid, and our raspberry seed oil, squalane. It's all in there, and it's lovely, rich, protective.
And it says it's the perfect base for makeup. I can believe that, using that on my skin.
I've got a really good friend of mine who uses the Full Bloom, which is the oil-based one. So the Full Bloom is, I've got one here. Look, we've all got our samples. That's that one. Yeah. And that's got pomegranate and chia seed oils. Lots of fantastic ingredients.
So this one's clear.
Yeah. That's essentially oil-based.
So would this
again
be
really
for
rich,
skin
but very light?
Would you say?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can put that on dry skin. I've got a great friend who uses it under her foundation before she puts any makeup on at all. Absolutely swears by it. But you could also put a couple of drops of that in your normal everyday skincare regime. If you've got a favourite moisturiser, put a couple of drops of that in, mix it in, and then you'll get the benefit of all the seed oil, but still potentially with your favourite moisturiser.
I love that idea, because a lot of us are kind of using up our existing moisturisers and our existing ranges. You know, we're not suddenly going to switch, but if you want to add some of those benefits into what you've already got, you know, make it work even harder. What a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Tell me about your cleanser. You've got a cleansing gel.
So
again, very smart packaging. And this also has the raspberry seed, and you can use that as a mask. It has
blackcurrant seed oil.
That's clever.
Well, it was made as a cleanser, so it does take your makeup. It does cleanse the skin. Again, I use it after shaving, so I know, you know, when you shave, you're basically taking off a layer of skin. There's no stingingness or uncomfortable feeling. So it's a very gentle moisturizer, but effective. And so that you put it on dry. So put it onto dry skin. It takes off makeup, and then when you rinse, it emulsifies into sort of a milky emulsion, and then rinses away. And love it. I love that.
And then you've got a brightening concentrate. You've got Mother of Masks, Rapid Radiance mask. Okay.
Have you seen the color? Have you seen the color of that? Have you seen the color of it? It's good.
That is.
And that is.
And that's from the raspberries, yeah. You haven't dyed that.
That is from the raspberry. That is 100% natural.
Wow. I love that when you see the goodness of something. Immediately, it's just bursting. You can't disguise it. Yeah. So what have we got in here? So presumably you're using this on clean, dry skin as a face mask. What's it going to do?
So that's got glycolic acid. We've toned the glycolic acid down a little bit with the AHAs from the raspberry puree. Yeah. So it is a 20-minute face mask. Nice. If you're uncertain about face masks, just put a little bit on, try it, leave it on for less time. But basically, it's a beautiful. It's got the oil in it. It then hydrates the skin, but also acts as a mask. It's going to brighten as well, isn't it? If it's got the glycolic. Brighten and soften. Well. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely. Very excited to be trying that. What's your bestseller, Paul? I would think our bestseller is probably at the moment the cleanser. The cleanser. Because I think, I think it's partly because if I go back to the conversation we were having earlier about being a new brand and people looking at how they want to access the brand, they might go, well, I'll find a lower end product, if you like, one with a better price point. Yeah, and give that a go. Give it a go and see. Yeah. Give it a go and see. But we do have a little discovery set that's got the 3 concentrates. Oh, so that's a nice idea. That's quite a nice way to do it. Because they are all different. They all do different things. They all, I mean, hydration is kind of key to the story of what we're trying to do, because healthy skin, glowing skin, it all starts with hydration. Completely. Well, I've been using your night cream, this one, the Midnight Reset Overnight Sleeping Balm. Absolutely love it. I'm very picky about my moisturizer. Fantastic. Well, I as you might imagine, and I try a lot, and most of the stuff I get sent, actually I try once, maybe twice. But this I have been using, and I've been using it on the backs of my hands as well, because my hands are really dry. And as we age, let's face it, midlife women and beyond, we're producing less collagen, we have less hyaluronic acid, our skin cell turnover slows down, all those aging factors. And then this time of year, being outside a bit more, everything gets a bit dehydrated. So putting something back that's just so rich and yet light, I think that's the key thing. It's rich, nourishing, it's not going to upset the skin, and it's natural, which is also a lovely thing. Yeah, because again, having the oil in it with the phytosterols, which do help with collagen. Absolutely. So the slowing down the sort of degradation of collagen. But there is a report out there that it actually does help stimulate collagen and hyaluronic acid. Yeah. Which we naturally make anyway. Yeah. And of course, hyaluronic acid it holds 1,000 times its weight in water. one
Good.
molecule. So it's
Yeah.
it's an amazing
Yeah.
ingredient,
And
if you
those
like.
plant polyphenols that we're talking about here in the raspberry seed extract, they've also been shown to help with carotenoid activity and, you know, reduce skin
Yes.
pigmentation. So you're brightening the skin.
Yeah.
So, you know, for those with age spots, you know, that's something that I've really noticed on my skin. I'm much more aware of that now as I age. I like to
Yes.
use ingredients
Yeah.
that are actually going to have an effect to
Yeah.
help just to
And
brighten the
that's
skin.
and that's the omega-6, which, you know,
Mm.
so that's carotenoids and retinoids are similar, but actually work in slightly different pathways. And
Yeah.
clearly, this is a plant-based brand, so there are no animal products. So we are vegan
They are
friendly.
vegan as well. Yeah.
But
It must,
yeah,
it must have
yeah,
been an
yeah.
amazing learning curve for you, Paul, and how lovely to be able to work with your wife and your daughters, you know, as fourth generation British farming family, moving from growing soft fruit into this whole new wonderful world of botanical skincare. And, you know, I love the beauty world.
It's
It, you know, was my world for a long
it,
time.
it yeah, it's pretty terrifying, if I'm honest. It's pretty
Who
terrifying.
makes the executive decisions in your family?
Oh gosh, well, it's a 50-50 really, sort of them and us.
Okay,
No,
teamwork.
I've got I've teamwork, and I've got an amazing group of people I work with as well. And Claire, who's doing the answering of the questions, hopefully
Oh,
answering
good. Thanks,
questions,
Claire.
has been with me. She's been with me since the beginning, has been absolutely front and centre with, you know, the NPD work and stuff. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
been fantastic. I mean, I've the sort of benefit for me as well, apart from having potentially another business. So my
Yeah.
son's coming into our son is coming into the business later this year, so he'll be
Nice.
doing the farming, and I'm hopefully will then spend a bit more time
Gosh. And
doing the
how old is
skincare.
he?
So George is 26.
And
Yeah,
has he
he's
been doing
26.
agricultural college or studying that?
Yes, he's done all that. He's currently working in
Mhm.
Australia
Wow.
on a berry farm. So he's
Is
coming
he?
home to kick father off and start his own
Really?
journey.
Oh my gosh, and then you can spend more time making skincare.
Yeah.
I'm going up to see a really old friend of mine, Patrick Holden, on his dairy farm this weekend in West Wales. They're celebrating 50
Oh,
years of
beautiful.
regenerative farming. And, you know, I mean, I'm an
That's
ambassador for
amazing.
Love British Food. I absolutely, you often see on my stories, I'll be championing, you know, back British farmers. We've got to buy British. We've got to use you guys. I always say, you know, use them or lose them.
Yeah,
Absolutely
yeah, I
buy
know. It's
British.
front and
And
center at the
forget
moment.
all this weasel wording, I'm sorry, on supermarkets, the fake farms that people like Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah.
Tesco try and pretend that, you know, it's coming from Brownstone Farm down the road when in fact it's some, you know, conglomerate in Peru. I mean, it's really shocking actually
But it's
what
no, no,
goes on. And
no,
I
it's not even
feel for
that.
you
It's
guys.
yeah. But
I
they're made
feel
up names. They're made up names. They're
They're
not
made up
even.
names.
Yeah.
It's fake food. It's fake labeling. They squash you farmers on price. They squeeze you at every opportunity. You know, you're doing this, which is a benefit for us, but because they're rejecting wonky
Mm.
fruit and, you know, everything
Yeah.
has to be perfect and exactly the same size. I mean, how do you get every raspberry the same size, for heaven's sake?
With difficulty.
I mean, it's with difficulty. I mean, that's not what happens in nature. I
No.
mean, wonderful that we've been able to, you know, have
Yeah.
this as a result. But, you know, most farmers, let's face it, have not got the wherewithal or the ability or the support and backing to do this. So it's, you know, it's
Well,
all credit to you.
thank you. That's very kind. And I must tell you this because I'm sure time is going to run away with us. But I've just taken this whole concept of using the raspberry and the plant in all its glory to what I think is probably going to be another level, which is using. We're actually going to use three parts of the plant. So it's the leaf and then two other parts, which I'll tell you next time I talk
Okay.
to you
Next
what they
time.
are. But it's a fermented product, hyper fermented product,
Oh,
using parts of the plant that have never been used before. It's very exciting, and I have actually got. So that's the extract that we've made, and we've got our first sample. It's going to be a day cream, so something to use on a daily basis. Highly protective,
that's
full of amino acids.
probiotic.
It's going to have. I don't know yet what's in the
What
formulation,
you'll be
but
able to
could well
claim.
have
Okay.
probiotics. But
Mm.
yeah, it's going to be interesting. Watch this
Wow.
space.
Can't wait. Love a bit of fermented anything, frankly. I had
Yeah,
my kefir and yogurt just now. In fact,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
drinking one of my fermented drinks here. I was using Phyto Nectar's, another lovely British brand, actually, that's, I thought they'd be the right colour for
Ooh,
you guys, you see. I'm trying to be all very colour
absolutely.
coordinated.
Yeah, yeah.
Get this.
Right.
This has got pomegranate in it, but you know, needs a little bit of raspberry as well. Paul, it's an absolute pleasure to
Yeah.
talk to you. I have to say, I wish you and your family huge success. Super impressed with the products. They are a genuine Liz Loves. Thank you very much for our 15% off. I
Thank
hope
you.
everybody goes off and hoovers up the cleanser, maybe the little trial discovery kit. If you're after a really good moisturizer for the summer, trust me on this one. I highly recommend the Midnight Reset. I have been using that myself this last week, and very impressed I am too.
Fantastic.
So thank you. Nice
Thank you.
to see you. Love to
That
come and see you
genuinely
one
that
day.
means a
Love to
lot.
come and see you and sit in your field and eat raspberries.
Open invitation. Anytime.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now you've got to press the little white cross, otherwise I click everybody away. Oh my
Got it.
gosh, wasn't that so lovely? You got it. Bye. That ticks a lot of boxes for me, I have to say. Great British product, fab founders, great farming family, great backstory, sustainable, no waste, efficacious products that actually work, that smell nice, that look so pretty. Oh my gosh. So, and a nice discount. What is not to love, I ask you? Now, I was drinking this. I've actually got some kefir in here. I've made this with milk. And this is the Phyto Nectars that I mentioned. Lots of you have been messaging me about this, loving this one. This is called Get Up and Glow. So I thought, you know, being a kind of beauty live today would be appropriate. This is I Am Radiant. That's not me saying that, that's what it says on the pack here. And it's got pomegranate, lycopene, which is that amazing antioxidant that's really been very helpful for sun damage, and hyaluronic acid, amongst other things. It's also got tremella mushroom, which we talked about before on the live. This is kind of the beauty mushroom. You're probably seeing all sorts of different mushrooms now. I had my reishi mushroom in my coffee this morning. I had a bit of chaga for energy. And tremella is the one that is really good for the skin and for giving you that bloom. So there you go. I love this. I'm actually taking some of these away with me this weekend because they come in sachets. So super easy for traveling, and you can get them for focus. That's got lion's mane and ashwagandha. So if I've got a project going on, then I'll drink that kind of mid-morning or maybe in the afternoon. And then there's one called I Am Rested, which has got lavender and really calming. I think that's got oat fiber and various other kind of soporific passiflora herbs, I'm sure is in that one. Really lovely. And there is a Liz Loves. And if you want to recap, then you can go and watch the Instagram live that I did with their founder, because it's another really lovely botanical brand. Last Instagram live was, of course, with Henrietta Norton from Wild Nutrition, if I remember correctly. And again, interesting plant-based, food-based supplements. And we just had a very quick talk about why all supplements are not the same. And the vast majority of the ones, especially the cheap ones, are just synthetic compounds made in a lab, where all hers are food grown. So they come from foods, they come from plants, they're more complete, they're more bioavailable, they've got more added little trace elements and all sorts of other things in them. So the magnesium I really like. And then this, I just wanted to highlight this because there were so many questions about what do I take, how often do I take, do I need to mix this with that? Well, this is something I would recommend. It's called Daily Essentials for Women. And it comes in a little sachet. You can probably see if I hold it up to light. It's got in it your multi-nutrient, so multivitamins, herbs and minerals. It's got 4 capsules of their really super brilliant, very, very high quality omega-3. And it's got extra vitamin D. So if you want a starting point and you're thinking, I'm so confused, I really don't know where I should go. I know I should be taking things like vitamin D. I know my omega-3s, especially DHA, is really important. Where do I start? I think this is a really good idea. And again, you've got sachets. So if you're heading away for the weekend, as I am, obviously quite excited. You can tell it's only Tuesday. I'm still looking forward to it already. Then, you know, you don't have to take endless pots and jars with you. You can just throw a few of these, you know, go away for a week, take 7 little sachets with you. I mean, it's genius. So anyway, I just mentioned that because we do have Liz Loves on all of those. So we have wildnutrition.com, which is where you can find those lovely supplements. There's 15% off with Liz Loves. And again, the phytonectars, very simple, phytonectars.com with 15% off. Now we have, just before I go, also given ourselves a Liz Loves. So if you have yet to try my magazine, perfect summer read. This is the July-August issue. It's just come out, packed with everything you need for July and August. Lots of good deep dives into so many things: hormone health, mental health, depression, great food recipes, lots of beauty ideas, a couple of things that I have written in there as well, how I'm feeling about life. So we've got a special offer, so you can get 3 issues for £10. Well, when you think each one is £6.99, so like £7, you're getting 3 of them for £10. Not 3 the same, 3 consecutive issues, so that you can really try it, see if you like it. I mean, trust me, I hope you do. And it comes with free P&P. So seriously, it's an absolute bargain. It's not going to hang around for long because we can't afford to do it for very long. So I think it's only until the 16th of July. So if you want to grab that, please be quick. So until the 16th of July, go to lizearlewellbeing.com and you sign up and you get 3 issues, the next 3 issues sent to you, including this one, for just a tenner. That is it for today. I will be back with you live on Thursday. I'm going to be on my travels, so I'm not going to tell you quite where I'm going to be. I'm not going to be as far as Wales, but I am going to be on a bit of a journey. So I hope that you will join me, make a date, either live or on catch up. In the meantime, have a brilliant rest of the week. I look forward to seeing you very soon. Thanks for all your hearts. Sending a load back. Take care. Bye-bye.